Hi, good Friday morning. It is a beautiful day here. Lots of rain on the way, but looking forward to a great weekend. Church camp starts on Sunday. VBS is coming within the month, so you do not want to see what my office looks like. But anyway, we're going to jump in real quick in Daniel chapter 3, verses 17 through 18. O God will deliver us, or our God will deliver us from your hand, O King. But if not, let it be known to you, O King, that we do not serve your gods. And the thought is, this is when I was reading my devotion this morning. Um, the thought was that they don't really care how strong of a Christian you are. That peer pressure is so intense that we're not able to cope with it um, without God. We're not going to be able to conquer it without God. And if we don't depend on God with all of our heart, if we don't ask God to give us the strength that we need to stand up, and if we don't realize that He is with us and goes with us every day, matter of fact, the Bible says He goes before us. I've said before, we can't possibly make it through without the risk of ruining our reputations, our lives, and we can't think that it can never happen to me. There are so many things that we face, and so many people who we never thought would fall that we shouldn't take things for granted. That we should always rely on the Lord, especially when in times of peer pressure. We should depend on Him. And so these three young men in the book of Daniel, um, I try to use their given names instead of their the captivity names: Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. You might know them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They're models for standing up for God in spite of everything that's going on around them, in spite of all the peer pressure in the world. The ultimate peer pressure, I guess, is we're going to kill you if you don't do this. That's definitely some pressure. So when everyone else is doing this thing, they say no. When everyone else is bowing down to idols, the king's idol, this huge thing that he's erected, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah said, well, no, we're not going to bow. No matter what's going to happen, our God will deliver us. But if not, we don't serve your gods. And so, one way to get noticed in the crowd, I guess, would be to remain standing when everyone else is kneeling. Have you ever stood up too fast, like when it's time to sing in church, like you're the first one up, or maybe you're sitting on the front row and everyone else sits down and you're still standing? Yeah, it's happened to me. You definitely are noticed, right? These three men would have stood out among everyone. They're standing. They don't care of the consequences. They know that it is most important that they follow God and serve God. And so their dependence was found in who? It was found in God alone. And He delivered them. I think everyone who serves the Lord, everyone who walks with God, must be prepared to truly depend on Him and trust Him when difficulties come and we're confronted with peer pressure and temptation. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to try to face it on our own? Or are we going to rely on Him and trust Him each and every day as we try to serve Him and grow closer to Him through this big process of sanctification where we become, hopefully, more and more like Jesus, never getting there, but striving to be more and more like Him and the example that He set for us. I hope that you all have a wonderful Friday. Busy, busy week of camp coming. But looking forward to it, looking forward to what God is going to do in our young people. Be praying now for our young people, if you would. No camp last year, and I'm thankful that we get to go and they get to separate from everything else in the world and focusing on Him. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and may God bless you.